Welcome, everybody. Mike Martinez with Diversified Income Online. And today I got the great pleasure of sharing the stage here with a gentleman that is an icon in the online marketing industry. Him and his wife are known as the power couple of online marketing. And hopefully we'll have some good insights and some good conversation. Mr. Omar Martin, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking some time out to be here.
Hey, Mike, thank you for having me. Thanks so much for introducing me to all of your audience here. And yeah, my goal here is to just give you as much value as I possibly can.
Yeah, I've had the great pleasure of interviewing you in the past and hearing your story. For those that don't know, how it all developed for you. I know you came from a professional medical background, uh, and that's pretty diverse from being an online marketer. How was that? How did that manifest for you?
Yeah, I mean, my education was in medicine. I studied medicine. I would have been a physician today, but I was working as a paramedic, and that job really just changed me, totally changed me. I was working for the New York City Fire Department, and I already knew that I wanted to do something different in my life. And then September 11th happened. I lost my partner, and I decided that's it. I'm never going to go back to being a paramedic. And frankly, I came down to Florida just to start over. I didn't know that I was going to leave medicine, but I needed money. So I had to start over, right? So I applied for a job, just anything that I could get. And it turns out that there was this really beautiful woman that interviewed me. And even though the job wasn't in medicine, I was like, oh man, I want to do this because I want to hook up with this girl. And I did. And we've been married now. We've been together for 22 years now. The job was in sales, and we went through a process of, I learned door-to-door sales. I learned telemarketing. I learned all this different stuff. And eventually we got married, we got a house, we got broke. You know what I mean? It was just like everybody in America, we were spending more than we had. And we weren't even really spending a lot of money. We were just trying to just pay the bills. And we were like up to our eyeballs in debt. So it was around 07 that I really just wanted to get out of the rat race, and I wanted to basically replace my boss and work from home. So I started looking at what we could do on the internet. I knew nothing about the internet, like just from like school. Like I was going to medical school, and at the time, you could start using computers in the library to look up books and stuff like that. So you remember I graduated in 1996, so it was a little bit different back then. And I didn't have this knowledge of computers that kids do today when they graduate college or they go into school. So for me and Melinda, it was something new. And we went to eBay because we figured, well, we've heard of this site called eBay where you could sell stuff and maybe, we can make some money. Plus I had a garage full of junk, and they say one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? So I was like, let's kill two birds with one stone. We empty the garage, we make some money. And that didn't work out. It was just, I mean, by the time you pay for shipping and all the stuff, I definitely couldn't figure it out. But I did see that there was power sellers, and I said, those guys must be making money. They must know something that I don't know. So that's when I started like researching a little bit. And I found this book called The 90-Day Power Seller on eBay. And I bought the book, but something magical happened. Like right when I bought it, I paid $12, and I figured, 90-day power seller challenge. I'll read the book. I'm a pretty smart guy. I'll do it, whatever it is. And in 90 days, we'll be making some extra money. That's what I thought. I never even read one page of that book. But when I bought it, what happened was I got a download link. And that's when I learned what an ebook was. That's when I realized, like, oh my God, this dude just made $12 and he sold me a link. And I was like, why the hell am I going to learn how to sell physical goods? Well, I could just sell links for $12 each. And that was my mindset. So my mindset was, in that moment, I was like, I'm going to become an internet millionaire selling links. Like that's going to be my goal. So then I set out to learn everything about ebooks. And the next day I got an email from that guy and he was selling me something else. And that's when I learned what affiliate marketing was, and me and that guy are best friends today. His name is John Thornhill. He ended up being my first coach, my first mentor. And together we've gone on to make millions of dollars.
Yeah, John Thornhill is another legend in the industry. Interesting. You mentioned 2007 and 2008. For those that don't remember, we were just getting into kind of a recession time at that time in the United States. So there was a lot of chaos economically. And I think a lot of people, and you obviously were one of them, that was thinking, how do I do something different? Which I think hundreds of millions of people are doing that around the world right now. How do I do something different? I think the Corona culture that we're in taught people that you could make money from home, right? You could use Zoom, you could use other things to make money. Now, in your estimate, right? Did you start initially with, or do you recommend that a person starting do affiliate marketing or their own product, or a combination of both?
This is a great question. And the way you just framed it is really what is good about the question. You started by asking me when I started, right? And the thing is, if you were to do what I did when I started right now, you would fail, because it is a different world. Like you mentioned, the Corona culture, right? But not just that, in general, the internet is the most rapidly evolving industry in the history of mankind. I mean, the internet has changed from the moment that we started this video, right? There's been hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of new hours of video uploaded, new websites, and so many things happen so fast. Unlike other trades and other, careers, carpentry and things, where generally speaking, things stay the same for many, many years. Right. Yes, there are new tools and new devices and things invented, but in general, the speed at which those types of careers and industries evolve it pales in comparison to the internet. So you watching this have chosen the most rapidly advancing industry in the history of mankind to grow a business, right? So what this means is that if you start trying to learn what you should be doing today by trying to mimic what me or anyone else did, 14, 15 years ago, well, you're going to be in for a world of hurt, man, because things are different right now. And the tools that you have available, and in many respects, it's a lot easier now. The way that I look at it, having students, I'm continuing to build a business right now. We have a 7-figure company, but I have students and I'm continuing to work on projects and launch things. So I know what it's like to build a business today. And I can compare it to what it was like to build a business 15 years ago. And I assure you, because of how rapidly everything has advanced, the tools that you have at your disposal today, you can whip up. I mean, somebody with very little, a soccer mom with very little knowledge about anything can come online and have a website up within a matter of minutes, because you've got one-click things. You can watch a video on YouTube. YouTube didn't exist when I was doing this, right? We couldn't just go and learn about anything on YouTube and then watch somebody do it. You had to go and Google it. Now, as a matter of fact, Google didn't even exist, right? You had to go and use like Netscape Navigator or whatever browser you were using and try to find blogs and sites and learn these things. You had to go and physically buy the software at Office Max to install on your computer with a disk, right? So that you could learn how to make a website. And then you had to get hosting and do HTML and upload it. Now you got things like Wix, you got all these different website builders and stuff. And if you really want to, within a matter of minutes, you can have a website up. And then the other part of the business, the social aspect, communicating, meeting JVs, learning from others. Social media, it existed when I started, but it wasn't what it is now. Like you could look up anybody, you could become friends with anybody. We met through social media, right? Like you could meet anybody and you don't have to get on an airplane and fly to an event and pay $1,000 for a ticket. I mean, you can do that. It will help your business to meet people in person. But I'm saying is you don't have to. You can make connections now online. You could build your sites and you can have tools faster than ever before. So, the heart of the question is, what should you do? Affiliate marketing, product creation. Well, regardless of whatever you're going to do, know that it's a lot easier to do it today than it was back then. So you already have that leg up. But some of the challenges are still the same. And the one that you're bringing up here is really the catch-22 between product creation and affiliate marketing. And it really is a catch-22. And the answer really depends on a few things. But when you set out in the beginning, a lot of people just want to make money fast, which right away tells me, man, you're in the wrong mindset, because if you're starting a business expecting to make a profit the next day or the next week, like if you're in that bad of a financial situation where your car is getting repossessed, your house is going to be in foreclosure, you're about to lose your job, things are really, really bad. Starting a business is not the best thing to be doing right now, because businesses require two things are in short supply when you're financially strapped, and that is money and time.
Right.
So you got to invest money and time into either one of those, affiliate marketing or product creation. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges that people have to face, is admitting to themselves that this is a business, and if it's going to pay me, I have to invest time and I have to invest money. So then you get caught in this conundrum, in this, do I make a product and launch it, or do I do affiliate marketing? And both of them require a lot of work, but I'm just going to propose to you, in order to help you decide which is best for you, I'm going to propose that you consider the things that are required, right? So if you're going to launch a product on your own, obviously you're going to have to learn how to create it, and you're going to have to learn all the pieces. So there's only one way that you can pick the currency that you use, but you're going to pay either way. So you can pay with time or you can pay with money. So you can pay for somebody to build that for you, to do that work for you, to make your site, to do all that. You can pay with cash, or you can pay with time and invest the time in learning how to do it yourself. Right. So you got to pay either way. But if you're going to launch a product, you have to learn all these skills. You have to, create this content, or you have to curate the content. You got to do all this work. And a lot of people look at that and they're like, oh, work. No, I want money free. So then they're like, let me go do the affiliate marketing thing. Right. But then now, what do you need for affiliate marketing? You need two things. You need an audience. You need a list. You got to market to those people, and you don't have them. So they're going to cost you money, or they're going to cost you time to build. Right. And if you don't have those two things, and you don't invest time or money into building an audience and a list, there's no affiliate marketing that's going to work for you, no matter how great the product is. So now you figure, okay, well, I'm going to invest some money into traffic, right? You wouldn't invest money into creating an asset, but you're going to invest money into traffic or the list building, right? You're going to buy solo ads. So now you're learning how to build a squeeze page. You're watching those videos. You're building the site for that anyway. So you're still doing the same task that you would if you do product creation. But at the end of doing it with affiliate marketing, you won't have an asset of your own like you would in product creation. And that's kind of the main difference. Now, when you do this as an affiliate marketer, you also don't keep 100% of the commission. But the main thing to remember is that nowadays, not like it was 15 years ago, nowadays, there's hundreds of launches happening per week. And everybody and their mother is promoting those launches. And you are jumping into a competitive marketplace. It wasn't as competitive back when I started. So you could really stand out by creating a cool bonus product and a video. Nowadays, everybody's doing that because it's easy to do. So you've got to now create a product and a bonus to make your affiliate campaign stand out. So let's get this straight. You got into affiliate marketing so you wouldn't have to create your own product. But now you're in affiliate marketing and you've got to build a list. You got to create your own bonus products, and you got to do. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is you got to pick the business model that's best for you. And they all require work. They all require an investment of time and an investment of money. And it comes down to you, your aptitude, your plan, and it does require a plan. You're starting a business, make a business plan. Investigate the type of businesses that there are out there. Maybe just watching this video right here kind of clued you in, like, oh, okay, well, there's two main directions I can go in: product creation or affiliate marketing. Now research both of those, just like you would if you were going to start a business and then get a loan and invest money into what you were going to do. You would research it first, right? To make the best possible decision. Unfortunately, way too many people jump into the internet marketing scene nowadays because they need money, because they're strapped. And I'm not trying to demean that or make fun of those people, because a lot of people are in a tough spot right now. Just like you mentioned, in 2007 and 2008, we were in a bad recession back then. And the thing is, everybody said it was the end of the world. Oh my God, things are just like they're doing right now, right? But it wasn't the end of the world. As a matter of fact, during the whole period that Obama was president and everybody was saying this terrible recession, I built $1 million company during that period. So there's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be those doom and gloom people out there. It comes down to you, what you're ready to do, and whether or not you have the discipline and the constitution to do what it takes.
Okay. So ultimately, you're going to face challenges either way. It depends where you're more apt in facing the challenge of building a list and doing this, or putting the time and effort into putting a product together and things like that. Now, you mentioned John Thornhill, and you mentioned mentorship, and you mentioned also that you could do live mentoring, or you could do what we're doing now, digital mentoring. What do you see a major benefit? And the reason why I say this is because, a lot of people that are looking for this type of venture, looking for this type of business, they're looking for a mentor also. But sometimes a mentor could be a book. Sometimes a mentor could be a video. Sometimes a mentor could be, going to a conference and getting some pieces of information. And sometimes a mentor is having a live mentor that you can connect with, that you could say, hey, Omar, I got this issue right here. How do I handle this? Right? When I remember when I was studying, when I started as a young man, I loved martial arts as a young kid, right? And I would go to the store and the library and pick up martial arts book and learn how to throw the kick and the punch and all that. But it wasn't really until I went to a school and I had a live mentor that could say, no, Mike, you're doing this wrong. Look, one little push of the hip there makes a big difference, right? And that's what really got my skills up. So do you see the importance, or how important is it to have a live mentor?
Well, I mean, you brought up some very, very good points, right? There is a very big difference. Everybody absorbs information in their own way, right? Some people, like, I'll give you an example. I hate reading. I always have. Even through, I think college made me hate reading, because you just had to read so much. And in grad school, it was just constant reading, constant reading. And now, after 15 years online, my eyes are shot. I can't even sit down. I sit down to read my Bible, and I can't. Like, the print is so small. So what I do is I listen to audiobooks, and I even my Bible, I listen to everything on Audible, right? And I can listen to an entire book during 2 lawn mowing sessions. When I mow my lawn, I can listen to it, because it takes about 3.5 hours for me to do the whole thing. And in about 7 to 8 hours, I can listen to a whole book. And if I were to sit down to read that, it would take me a month, just because of the way that I read. I'm not really good at reading because of my eyesight. My eyes get tired. I end up walking away so many times, so it's hard for me to pick up a book and absorb it like that. Some people, they learn best with video. Some people, they love being able to pause, rewind, open up another screen, do what he's saying, go back, rewind. You can't do that with a live professor, right? You got to record, so when I was in college, I used to record all my lectures, and I used to come home, play them back. What did he say there? Write my notes really good. So I think it comes down to how you best absorb the information. But I will tell you this: learning and didactic learning, what we're talking about right now, and then actual practical application are 2 different animals. And there's no way that you can ask the book or the video a question when you hit a brick wall, when you're doing exactly what you thought you were supposed to be doing, what the video said. However, that video was recorded 6 months ago, and the internet has changed. And now there's a new button in a different place, or the thing that you're trying to do has evolved. And now you hit a brick wall, and you accidentally tried to plow through it, but you did something wrong and it broke something else. And now you've got a mess, and none of the videos apply. And that's when having a live mentor comes in handy. Somebody that can listen to what you've done, that can understand what you're trying to do, because they've done it, and then that can give you the best solution based on what's out there today. So you need somebody that is immersed in what's currently going on and understands what you're trying to accomplish, to be able to guide you in the right way. The other thing is that a book or a video doesn't hold you accountable. That's another thing, right? So, like, a coach really holds you accountable. A coach on a football field, or yourself even in martial arts, when you come into the dojo, you're not just fighting from the moment. You got to get in, you got to do your exercises, you got to get warm-ups, you got to do all that stuff. All this stuff that you would normally see as tedious, the coach holds you accountable and makes sure that you're doing it. That way, when you do throw that kick, you don't pull a muscle, or you don't do. It's the experience that the coach has from all these things that he helps you actually develop. And it's when he sees you execute or miss execute, that he points out what you're doing wrong and what you could be doing better, and then gives you that correction. When you don't have that, when you're trying to just build a business based on free YouTube videos that you're watching, some of them that were created years ago, and you're doing it in today's climate, you're building basically a Jenga tower that's gonna fall apart. Eventually one of these things is gonna bite you in the ass, whether it's the fact that you're watching an old video or that you're trying to, get over and use a free tool, that you're accumulating technical debt that eventually one day you will have to pay back if you truly want to build a business.
Yeah. Very, very, very interesting the way you put that. And you kind of opened it up to a lot of different facets, because people learn in a lot of different ways, but you still, even though you brought it through a lot of different facets, you still can't ask the question of the video, even though video may be the best way you learn, but you still, like you said, they may have changed the button over here 6 months ago, right?
Right.
And that makes a big difference. Now, Let me ask you, from a personal development standpoint, you being a mentor to many people for over the last 10 years, what do you see as the biggest hurdle that most people face in getting started online?
Honestly, I think it's discipline. There's a bunch of things, and different things affect different people differently. But overall, I would have to say it's discipline. At least for me, it was. This is the kind of thing where, even though the internet has evolved, you talked about personal development, right? So the internet has evolved a lot faster than humankind has evolved, clearly, based on what's going on in society, right? The internet has evolved a lot faster. And the same kind of problems that plagued human psyche 15 years ago when I started still plague the human psyche today. So things like discipline. So, when you're working for yourself, when you're building your own business, nobody's going to come over and wake you up and say, hey, come on, it's time to get up. It's time to build your business. Nobody's going to force you to lose sleep. Nobody cares if you do or don't. There's nobody out there that's going to come and save the day. There is no, it requires your own discipline. You got to get up earlier than you normally did to sit down at the computer to do the work. You have to sacrifice time with family and friends. You have to do those things. And it's making that shift. It's hard to do that when you are used to getting paid for your time. When society has told you, hey, based on your level of work commitment, your education, you're worth this much per hour. And you've believed that over so many years. And now all of a sudden you're working for yourself. There's nobody to hold you accountable. There's no boss looking over your shoulder. So you could come in or not come in. You can take as long a break as you want. Nobody's holding you accountable. And you think you deserve a certain amount of money per hour. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not disciplined. Because now when you hit a brick wall, you're like, oh, screw this. I'm going to go watch Netflix. You don't got no boss there to tell you, no, you got to stop. And then when you work for a week and you don't make any money because you still haven't gotten ready for your launch yet, it's not ready yet, you don't have the skills or the product to start making money yet, you start doing the math, right? Your mind starts playing tricks on you. You start doing the math. Like, I put in 20 hours already. I still haven't made no money. And then what's worse, your spouse, your family, if they're not very supportive or understanding of what you're trying to do, they pile on and they're like, look, how come you're always on the computer? How much you made? Oh, that's not right. Oh, that's not real. Those people act as like I'm a paid actor or something, right? And this is what you got to fight with in your mind. So it's about discipline. It's about, that own conviction that you have within you to get it done. That, I think, is probably the biggest hurdle, the biggest obstacle that holds people back right now, just like it was back then. It's this business, any kind of business, to be honest with you, man, it is 90% mental. And the other 10% is tools, training, and everything else. It's 90% in your head, whether or not you're going to be financially independent. And that doesn't necessarily mean millions of dollars, Rolex watch, and flying on your own plane. Financially independent means just you can make your own money whenever you want without having to go to work, without having to, go to a boss. So you can do that, but it possesses the type of mental discipline that you're going to, break through the barriers no matter what. You're going to get it done no matter what. If it takes you a week, it'll take you a week. If it takes you a month, it'll take you a month. If it takes you a year, it'll take you a year. But who cares, man? If at the end of that year, you don't have to go clock in anymore and you don't have to worry about where the money's going to come for the mortgage anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Every year, for I don't know how many of the last few years, you and your wife put together a bundled package that you called the ultimate Black Friday sale, right? And this year, like all the other years, you outdo yourself. 2021, I think when I looked at the package that you put together, absolutely, absolutely incredible. And some of the questions that I asked you about today was because of some of the things that I saw that you put together there. I mean, MUA, right, which is My Ultimate Advantage, which I'm a member of. Beautiful, beautiful package that's involved there, which includes some type of mentoring, some type of connection with you every Thursday, right? You have your live sessions there, and just a package. I mean, you really outdid yourself this year. You wanna talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, man. One of the things that we found tends to kind of hold people back is the amount of tools that are out there and the amount of money that they have to initially invest. Because what happens is, to a lot of people, they come in and they just get shiny object syndrome, man. And I don't blame them. We are in such a distractive environment online, right? And you're trying to build a business. You don't even know what you need because you don't fully understand what you're building, but you're just trying to do it anyway, right? So what ends up happening to a lot of people, man, is they spend a lot of money that they don't have buying things that they don't need to try to build a business that they don't understand. And what the Black Friday offer that we do once a year tries to do is kind of level the playing field for people. So Melinda and I have multiple software tools, multiple training programs, including the one that you mentioned, My Unfair Advantage, which is it's an all-inclusive site where you get access to our products, you get access to your, a library of products that we've created for you to use. And I think the most beneficial part of it is, every Thursday night, Melinda and I spend a couple of hours live answering questions, doing a presentation, and basically just interacting with you so that you can ask questions. And really, that's the part that sets it apart from, that's the thing that sets it apart from just getting video training, just getting a tool. It's being able to have, hey, every Thursday night I can log in. Omar and Melinda are there. We're not going anywhere. We've been doing this for a very, very long time. We're very successful at it. And we can answer your questions. A lot of times people come on and they're like, hey, can you take a look at my site? Can you help me solve this problem? Can I have this issue? Sometimes they just come in just to listen. And sometimes they come in to watch. But we always do a presentation. It's very powerful. But the Black Friday offer also contains a lot of additional tools, actual software, actual products, actual things that will help you get traffic, things that you will need in the process of building your business. And I would overwhelm you if I just start, itemizing them all one by one, but it's all there and you can take it in at your own pace as you need it. And Black Friday, it's, by the way, these are products. This isn't the kind of stuff like a lot of marketers, what they do is, like the day before Black Friday, they just raise the price on everything so that they could, justify a sale, right? This is stuff that we sell. I mean, one product on there, we currently sell by webinar for $2,000. There's another product on there that we sell for $400. There are a lot of, it's over $3,000 the package altogether, and it's over 95% off. So for just like a couple of bucks in comparison to what you would have to pay if you buy these things. And that's what Black Friday does for someone that is in that position where you're just starting out, or maybe you already started, but you're just not having the success you deserve, man. You're just trying to figure out, you need some guidance, you need the right tools, you need some coaching, you need some products, some done for you stuff. That's what this package is for.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible what you put together. And you know what? There's products out there, and I'm sure you would agree that there's some products out there that are worth, the $100 or the $59 or the $29, whatever it is that they're charging. And then there's some products out there that really are worthless, right? Everything that you and your wife do, and I'm not saying it because you're sitting here with me, man, but everything that you guys do are just quality. I mean, really, really good quality stuff. Really, the training products that you have are stuff where you can really learn something. You could really put something together. You can become an expert just based on the training products that you are putting out there. So I truly appreciate all that you and your wife do for the industry. You know what I've gotten to learn from my own experience, just being with you guys, has been absolutely incredible, and I appreciate that. And to me, I got a link on this video here so that people can see that package. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is a limited time package, and trust me when I tell you, when Omar says it's going to be out at this day, it is out at that day. He's not one of these BSers that, oh yeah, we'll run another 3 weeks. No. It is out at that date. So if you're looking to make some changes, if you're looking to change, to get the insight and be able to delve into the mind of a power couple that are making a 7-figure income, this is what you need to do. You need to click on the Black Friday sale. Look at all the things. I'm telling you, you're going to be absolutely impressed, because there's a tremendous amount of I mean, it's overwhelming, right? It really is. And just if you want to shift your life in that direction, where you're either doing affiliate marketing or doing your own products or using software that are going to be able to advance your list building and stuff like that, it's all found in this one sale. So truly appreciate that, Omar. Thank you very much for taking time to share this moment with me. I truly appreciate that. Tell Miss Melinda I said hello, and anything you want to say in closing?
No, man, I just want to say thank you, Mike. Thank you for always being so supportive of us. Thank you for all those kind words that you just said. It really does mean a lot. Melinda and I work really hard. All the products, we create them ourselves right here in this room. This is my office. We work right out of our home. And it means a lot, because we aren't just teaching theory. We're actually teaching what we do and what we've been doing. Some of the stuff that we've done has worked and some of it hasn't. And all of it turns into valuable information that helps you build your business and becomes a learning experience for others. So I really appreciate the kind words. I just want to wish everybody a very safe and healthy holiday season, as well as yourself and your family. And thanks once again. If the Black Friday package is something that you think can benefit your life, then go ahead and jump on board. We're here to welcome you with open arms, and we love you, and God bless.
Yep. Thank you, man. I really appreciate your time, bud.
All right.
Thank you.